so-called triangular arbitrage that we try to use the cross rate to determine the theoretical bid and the theoretical ask. And then we are able to try to use the cross rate, theoretical bid and theoretical ask to compare with the currency's real world bid and real world ask. And then we try to make a comparison to determine whether the market real world bid is higher or lower than the theoretical bid. And also the market ask or the real world ask is higher or lower than the theoretical ask. And then we can make this comparison and take advantage of the price gap and take the correct transaction step to derive the arbitrage profit. Once again, when I refer to as arbitrage, we will always skip one key word: riskless, 无风险的. Therefore, riskless arbitrage is the so-called 无风险套利. Right? That's the triangular arbitrage. As I emphasized, I always evaluated that this arbitrage as the first stock price arbitrage transaction. And for this semester, we are going to give you 3 practical arbitrage applications. And triangular arbitrage is the first one. That's the first step. And today we are going to discuss about the second one, which I evaluated as a 3-step arbitrage transaction. And then, probably 2 weeks later, we are going to discuss about our 5-step. 5-step that is, with the high techniques to do arbitrage, which is referred to as the put parity arbitrage. And today, the second arbitrage that we are going to discuss is so-called IRP arbitrage. What is IRP? IRP means interest rate parity. Interest rate parity. Here, interest rate parity. Interest rate parity. Right. Like we always, give it the abbreviation of IRP. IRP. You guys just hold on a second, and I'll try to give you a testing system. And you can see the PowerPoint over here on your screen. Okay, IRP. Once again, IRP is a no arbitrage condition. If IRP did not hold, then it would be possible for a smart, student means smart trader like you to make a riskless profit by exploiting the arbitrage opportunity. As such, arbitrage force will drive the market price back to the IRP condition. Okay, and continue to look at the simple form. Look at the simple form about IRP. The simple form of the IRP can be addressed as by this simple formula. A capital F means the forward price. Here, that we want to determine the British pound forward price in terms of US dollar, and which equals to which equal to the spot price for the British pound times by 1 plus US dollars interest rate divided by 1 plus British pounds interest rate. Okay? That is simple formula of the IRP. Where it come from? It comes from some demonstration in our example over here. Okay, like you guys might take a look at as your homework. And this story addresses why the simple form or IRP will hold. Okay? So now we guys just try to keep on our mind about this formula. Simple form. Okay? However, in real world, as we see in real world, no matter it's forward price or spot price, the bank always provide the price and it's the price for the forward transaction and spot transaction, right? So the simple form does not address the bid or ask separate. But in real world, like we face the two forward price and the spot price, which are bid price and extra price. Therefore, we need a real world, more complicated form of the theoretical forward bid and theoretical forward ask. Right? Now we'll meet the real world situation. So, once again, when we talk about the theoretical forward price, we are not just only one single theoretical forward price. There are two: theoretical bid and theoretical ask, forward price. Right? What is it? It can be adjusted by this formula and this formula. Right? So let's check about these two formulas. Something that we got to pay attention a lot. Check about theoretical bid. And theoretical ask. Equals to the market spot ask. Okay, Okay, market spot X. Market spot X. Market spot X times by 1 plus. Times by 1 plus. 1 plus US dollar. Okay, US dollar borrowing rate. Okay, US dollars borrowing rate. Here, I is denoted as the interest rate for the currency. And for our simple form we reviewed just now, once again, it's just one interest rate, I. However, in real world, there are two types of interest rate. Okay, borrowing rate and the lending rate. What is the borrowing rate? The borrowing rate is you borrow the money from the bank, and the bank will charge you the borrowing rate. And what is the lending rate? The lending rate is you lend the money to the bank. Actually, we don't. Actually, in general we don't say that you lend the money to the bank. We always say that you deposit your money at the bank. 你把钱存在银行 and the bank will pay you the lending rate. So lending rate is the so-called deposit rate. 存款利率. And of course, the borrowing rate will be higher than the lending rate because the bank wants to make the money, make the profit. Okay? So we'll see there are two types of interest rate, borrowing rate, lending rate. Not just like the simple form, the simple form formula. Simple form formula of the IRP just use one interest rate. It does not make any sense for real world case. Okay, so here is times by 1 plus US dollars borrowing rate. Okay, and it divided by 1 plus 1 plus euros lending rate. Euros lending rate. That is the theoretical bit. What about the theoretical S? The theoretical N equals to spot bid price. Spot bid price times by 1 plus US dollars lending rate and divided by 1 plus euro borrowing rate. So we are going to make comparison about the theoretical bit, the theoretical bit, and the theoretical X. Theoretical bit. The theoretical X. Asam. Okay. Put up your hand. And let's make a comparison. This is spot. Okay, this is spot S. This is spot bid for euro. Which one is bigger? Of course, S is bigger than big, right? So this is big. This is small. And US dollars following rate. US dollars lending rate. The borrowing rate is always higher than the lending rate. Once again, it's big, small. And then we see the numerator 1 plus euros lending rate. And this one is 1 plus euros borrowing rate. Of course, borrowing rate is higher than the lending rate. Okay, so this is big. Okay, this is small. Okay, ini big times big, even bigger, right? Divided by small, there will be much even bigger, right? Much even bigger. Now this is small times small, will be smaller, right? And smaller divided by big will be much even smaller. So you will see from the component structure, the theoretical bit is actually larger than theoretical S. Is that right? Like the theoretical bit always larger than theoretical S. However, when we check out about the real market price, the market bid is always smaller than market S, right? 各位看到了没？我们一直讲说，市场上外币的卖出价一定会大于买进价，对不对？卖出价一定大于买进价，因为银行要赚钱啊。但是我们透过利率评价公式 IRP 的公式所计算出来的 theoretical 就理论的买进价，竟然是比理论的卖出价要来得高。跟现实世界银行的报价，买进价会比卖出价来的低，刚好怎么样？颠倒，这样了解吗？刚好颠倒。因为颠倒，就会让这个外汇市场上经常存在可以让你套利的机会。Okay? So next time you use this formula to determine the theoretical bid and theoretical S, and you found that theoretical bid is larger than theoretical S. You are absolutely correct. don't get confused, right? Because from the intrinsic structure of this formula, theoretical bit will be absolutely larger than theoretical ask. Totally contrary to the situation. For market bid, always smaller than market ask. 刚好颠倒，这样 OK 吗？ So, okay, these two formulas are so valuable, which can help us to use it to do the arbitrage. But before you take the correct arbitrage step for transaction, you got to use these two formulas to do the calculation and make a comparison with the real world bid and real world ask, and to check if there exists arbitrage opportunity on the market. If there are no arbitrage opportunity, just go home and take a sleep. Don't think about it. I want to tell you that this arbitrage opportunity exists on the market frequently. Therefore, it deserves for you to use these two formulas to check if the market provides you this opportunity to make big money, right? So, let's take some real number to do the calculation. And for this demonstration, will tell you why we are able to derive these two theoretical bid and theoretical ask price. Okay? Okay, and I do prepare the practice question for you guys. Practice question. Yeah. And I'll solve for you. I'll solve for you step by step. Meaning, would you please read this question number 1 for us? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And, okay, and I'll do a solution on this Word file, okay? Solution. Solution. Okay, I'll do the solution over here. Let's take these two formula. This one. Theoretical. Wow. Hold on a second. See? To be smaller equals to okay, what about spark S? Spark S is 1.42, right? 1.42. Okay, 1.42 times by 1 plus, okay, 1 plus US dollar borrowing rate. US dollar borrowing rate is 4.1%. Divided by 1 plus 1 plus Euro's lending rate. Euro lending rate is 3.35%. Everybody told me that you are my teaching assistant, right? Would you please calculate the result? That is our theoretical fit. What about theoretical X here? 那咱们算一下刚刚那个。算了。That's equals to Euro spot price. Euro spot price. Euro spot bid price. Spot bid price is 1.38. Times by 1 plus 1 plus US dollar. Okay, US dollar lending rate. The US dollar lending rate is 4%. Divided by 1 plus euros borrowing rate. Okay, euros borrowing rate 3.55%. Tell me the answer. What about this one? You sure?
Yeah.
What about this one? One point 65 60. Is that correct? Yeah, you are right. Was correct, right? So, ini our first question is: will an arbitrage facing the following price be able to make money? Be able to? Be able to? So let's make a comparison. That is the theoretical bit. That is the theoretical bit. Okay, what about the market? What about the market bit? What about the market bit? The market bit is 1.45, right? Market bit. Okay, the market bit is 1.45. Theoretical bit is only 1.4303. But the market bit, the market bit is 1.45. What does that mean? That means in real world, the bank is willing to pay. The bank is willing to pay higher price to buy euro from its customer than theoretical reasonable price. the bank is willing to pay more money to you. So the bank is very, very generous. The bank is a good bank. So, is there any arbitrage opportunity waiting for you? Yes! Yes. Yes. Layer exists. There exists arbitrage opportunity. Okay? And I want to tell you guys, from the interest structure that we show, we have a conclusion that if you are able to take the arbitrage transaction from the bid side, okay, and then you have no opportunity to do the arbitrage from the ask side. If you have an opportunity to do the arbitrage from the ask side, then you will have no opportunity to do a arbitrage from the bid side. In other words, there exists only one arbitrage opportunity available, okay, from both the bid side and the ask side. You are just able to do the arbitrage either from the bid side or ask side, or none, alright, or none. 就说我们从刚刚那个这两个公式的结构，我们可以看得出来，套利的机会只会存在最多一边，就是要不就是 bid 有办法套利，要不就是 ask 有办法套利，绝对不会两边都可以套利。要不就是只有单边可以套利，要不就是双边都没有办法套利。You got it? If you check the both sides and there exists no arbitrage opportunity, just like I say, you just go home and take a sleep. Don't think about it. And if you check about the bid side, like this example, and you find arbitrage opportunity, then act real quick to take the arbitrage transaction and make money. And you don't have to waste the time to check about the ask side, because the ask side will absolutely provide no arbitrage for you. If you don't believe, we will check it now, and then we will end up with discussion for this hour. Okay? Here, the ask is 1.3860. Like this theoretical ask. What about the market ask? Okay, the market at. The market at is 1.50. 1.50. Right? It's 1.50. Compared to 1.50, what does that mean? Okay, the ask is you. The ask price is you when you sell €1 to the bank. The bank has to pay you, has to charge you. Excuse me, once again. Ask price. The ask price is that if you want to buy €1 from the bank, if you want to buy €1 from the bank, the bank should charge you 1.3860. 1.3860 is a reasonable price, is a fair price, is a theoretical price. If the bank charges you 1.3860, the bank is fair. But here, the bank in reality will charge you much higher than the fair price. How much is it? 1.50. So the bank is a very bad bank. So do you have any arbitrage opportunity here? No. See, just only one side. There is this arbitrage opportunity from this side, so there will no arbitrage opportunity on the other side. So actually, next time we just check it about one. Okay, check it about one. Check about one side. It's enough, right? But if you go this side first and you check no arbitrage opportunity over here, you just keep going on to check it about the ask side. And like an example, you find there is this opportunity at the big side, you don't have to check it about ask side anymore, like I do, right? And why I do it is because I wanted to show you, I want to demonstrate, to tell you the truth. And now you know the truth, next time you don't have to try. You can save a lot of time. You found it, this is the opportunity, and then you go real quick to take it out to transaction. Okay? So here, now will be no, there exists none. There exists none. Okay, none arbitrage opportunity. Okay, we end our discussion for this hour, and we take 10 minutes break. We're coming back. Today's our video, you send the money. Episode number 3.